Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs. But luckily, there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku, and it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
John!
What?
Red 7!
I don't know what Red 7 means.
Hot route!
I don't. What is hot route?
Will you just go stand on the other side, please?
Down! Come on! Ready! Down! Set! Hut! 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 Hut!
Hit me! Booyah! That's what we call a sack lunch! Nom 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 nom.
It's time for the Soonerscoop.com postgame show presented by Eskridge Lexus in Oklahoma City. Eskridge Lexus is the official travel partner of Soonerscoop.com podcasts. Now, here's your road crew, Carey, Eddie, and Bob, wrapping up all the action and reaction from this week's game.
Welcome back. It is a wonderful edition of the Eskridge Lexus Postgame Podcast where George Stoya, I see his lovely face, and I don't see Eddie's face. I see his hands. He's flashing the deuces. They are in the... There he is. He looks happy. George, he looks happy to me. It's a momentous occasion.
Just... What a great job by Oklahoma to even play the game. You know, if you listen to the Eskridge Lexus postgame podcast last week, there was no point in going to Knoxville. Good on them for showing up and winning.
Well, for about a series, I thought I was going to be somewhat right.
Yeah, it was not good at the beginning.
Pretty,
I thought they were about to get blown out.
It was not pretty. And then they've started forcing turnovers like they never have all season. And it was, man, even halftime, I'll admit, I was like, I don't think this is going to go so well in the second half. They're really lucky to be up like they are because Mateer is playing like crap. The offense doesn't look good. They're not running the ball. I think they had 50 yards passing at halftime.
They had 99 yards at halftime, Carey.
Of total offense.
Total offense. I think Tennessee had 265. They had 16, 17 first downs. Tennessee did. OU had 5. It's an all-timer just in terms of the way that they were able to get out of here with the win. Because I think that this was, Carey, we've covered some really cool atmospheres, been to some really cool places. Florida State comes to mind.
Yeah.
Tennessee in 2015 comes to mind. Ohio State in 2016. Bedlam multiple times up in Stillwater. Boone Pickens has been incredible atmosphere. Bar none, this is the best atmosphere that I've ever been at. And for this team to walk in here tonight and come up with the performance that they did, just truly incredible. And I am very excited to talk about it all.
For history's sake, let's get it out there. Sooners win it 33-27. It moves them to 7-2 on the season, 3-2 in the SEC. Wow. Tennessee falls to 3-3, likely out of any kind of playoff race. Any playoff talk will not be happening in Knoxville the rest of the way. And the Sooners elevate themselves. You get a bye week. That's, to me, guys, what really struck out to me is oh my God, there's a bye week after the biggest win in Brent Venables' tenure at Oklahoma. We don't have to deal with people wanting to just jump off ledges. Or it's not like we're talking people down, but let's face it. It would have been a miserable 2 weeks if the Sooners had lost this game. And, this just – I don't know that it makes any kind of a statement other than this thing ain't dead yet.
Yeah, I thought somebody said it best in my replies, Carey, because I tweeted right after the game, is this the best win of the Venables era? And I think that Texas probably still is in 23 just because of, Texas was good and, it was a great win.
The drama of that win, too.
But this one was more important. There was so much on the line tonight. And, they didn't play a good game in a lot of ways, and we can get into some of the stupid shit they did down the stretch. But to overcome the adversity that they had, throughout the game, as well as some of the stuff that, happened late in the game, even the third quarter, the Xavier Robinson fumble, I was like, this game's over.
Jesus, guys, I was losing my mind when Mateer threw that interception. I mean, I was losing it in the war room.
What were they doing?
All you had to do there was run the clock. That was your biggest. It's like someone handed you bars of gold and you said, can I trade these for pennies? It's the most ridiculous call.
I did ask after the game. What were they
doing?
I asked after the game, Carey, because Brent kind of was just like, what? He kind of said the same thing. And I was like, was that a called RPO play? And he was basically like, yeah, but there should have been no option. Do not throw the ball ever. Because I think then Arbuckle said after the game that Tennessee was showing 8 in the box, that means you need to throw the football. It was the right read by Mateer, but basically it should have never been called. He should have just handed the ball off no matter what. So, I think it's on Mateer. I think Arbuckle kind of tried to put the blame some on himself, but Mateer's got to hand that ball off.
I will say, text chain, certain sideline reporter felt like it was Mateer that did that. He kind of did that on his own. So
I think it was. But at the same time, it's like, well, don't even call an RPO. Don't even give him an option.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with 33 belly.
But what I was gonna say though, Carey, is when Xavier Robinson, because they come out at halftime, and it's like you said, I did not feel good about it at all. I was like, this is not gonna go well. They come out at halftime, they punt like they do every game. They punt. Tennessee takes the ball to go right down the field, score, and take the lead back.
Another third and long missed tackle too.
Yeah. It was terrible, and I was just like, well, here we go again.
Video.
Jesus, sorry.
And OU puts together a drive. They get down all the way inside the red zone, which they hadn't done all day. And of course, Xavier Robinson coughs up the ball, and I'm just like, well, they just don't got it.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
They're not going to do it. And then what do? PJ Adebawore comes up with the tackle for loss. They get the ball back at midfield. They go down and score. And it's like, oh, shit. Okay, this team is back. They're alive.
A massive play on the 2 plays before the PJ tackle for loss on the 3rd and 1. To get that called back after they went with the review, after they found out that the running back stepped out.
Right,
There's just little plays. Carey, we talked about all the little plays, all the little things that they were going to have to do right. They didn't do everything right, but they did get some breaks to go their way.
Tennessee did some dumb shit too.
Hadn't happened in forever.
Tennessee definitely had a little OU in them with the mistakes and just boneheadedness.
The 4th and 1 where they drop it.
Where it hits the tight end in the face mask.
Yes, yeah. That's sometimes Carey. Sometimes you got to be lucky in the SEC, and OU definitely had some luck today. The play at the beginning of the game where Owen Heineke knocks the ball loose and R. Mason Thomas. That is one of the greatest plays that I can remember by an individual Oklahoma football player. That was unbelievable. And they're done for. If they don't get a stop there, if they don't get that play, they're going to lose.
You're 2-3 plays away from being down 14-0, and in this environment, God love them, I don't think that they're able to come out of that. They're not able to dig out of that hole.
I will say this, as far as the Xavier Robinson fumble goes, kudos to DeMarco Murray for putting him out there, after he fumbled, because he ended up having the game-winning, run, basically, and he was smart he barely, I don't know if you guys saw the replays, but he barely got it down.
Then they come back out, and they still score the touchdown.
Yeah, the very next play. Yeah.
I thought the management of that was also poor. I kind of understand the thought process there, because it's like they had one timeout, so there would have been some time left. But you could have kneeled a couple times, run the clock down to I think under 30 seconds, and then tried to score. And if you don't score, if you get stuffed at the 1, then Tennessee's got to go the length of the field.
I don't think Tennessee was going to give any resistance, though, if you ran a play. As long as you weren't kneeling it down, they were going to let somebody score.
But that's why I was like, why did they? I guess I didn't understand. Maybe I'm the dumb one, but I wouldn't have scored there. I thought Xavier Robinson was smart to lay down at the 1, and then I thought they were going to kneel it for the next 2 or 3 plays.
I think they would have been able to take it all the way down to about 15 seconds is what Josh Cowell and I thought, because there was like 1:47 left. They had 2 timeouts.
No, they had 1 timeout.
Or 1 timeout.
Tennessee had 1 timeout. That's why I was like, why are they scoring this touchdown? They should just kneel it.
Yeah. The R. Mason Thomas play, it's going to be hard to say that it wasn't one of the biggest plays of the Brent Venables era. I think it's one of the biggest plays
in Sooner history, maybe, if they make the playoffs.
And maybe if they can, don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but if you can win the next couple or go 2 of the next 3, maybe it is one of the biggest plays in the history of the program.
I said it on the instant reaction, Carey, and I hate to be this dramatic, but it's that type of play that not only saves your season, that might have saved his head coach's job.
Yeah, I mean, it's early.
I don't think they were going to fire Brent tomorrow. Obviously, that's not what I'm trying to say. But like, if you lose this game in heartbreaking fashion, and then you turn around and lose to Alabama, who knows? This things could have gone off the rail quickly.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, and we can talk about the offense in the first half. We have to mention, guys, I saw glimpses of the former John Mateer, the pre-surgery John Mateer today.
Yes. I mean, that no better evidence, Carey, than the third down. I think it was third quarter, 3rd and 18, the series that they end up fumbling on the inside the red zone with Xavier. That was a phenomenal scramble, and he looked like a guy that had a little bit more leg under.
Little juice,
He ran the ball extremely
hard.
And that was something we talked about all week. Was where's this quarterback run game gone? The offensive line. I know that they weren't perfect tonight. You're starting 2 freshmen out there. You have EPL
Basically
getting into the starting lineup as well. They were very good, and especially in the run game when they needed it the most there in the second half.
Yeah, and, I wasn't really – it was the first time in a long time I haven't been frustrated by the run game. And, John Mateer threw for 150 yards. That's all he needed to throw for. I mean, in the end, when they needed to pick up, some first downs, John Mateer was able to do it. A lot of design run tonight. And it really was like just a FU attitude from Mateer that we haven't seen. I mean, we all know that he's been struggling, just with confidence or, just whatever it is. Just there's something that's been eating at him, and he hasn't been able to shake it. I think he shakes something loose tonight. I think we're going to see a different quarterback moving forward. As long as he stays healthy.
He was bad in the first half.
Yeah, he was bad. He was old bad.
He was bad. Like, people in my mentions were like, they need to bench him. I was like, no, you don't need to do that. But I thought he was great. The throw he made to Satania that set up the touchdown for Xavier Robinson to retake the lead, that's a throw we have not seen from Mateer since September 28th when they played Auburn.
And look, there were times tonight where he just has to get rid of the ball. Like, here's the thing that Mateer has to realize, and I'm sure they told him this, like, you cannot just keep dancing around in the backfield. Your offensive line is not full of All-Americans that can block people for 10 seconds. They're going to get holding calls if he can't get rid of the ball in 5-6 seconds. It happened all night tonight, but he stopped being that guy in the second half. He was direct. He made, he took shots. He took shots between defenders. He threaded needles. Like, we haven't seen that guy since early in the season.
And I thought Arbuckle did a good job in the second half, Carey, of dialing up some stuff of like, you're going here. It's quick pass game. You're going to throw it here. And I thought he read the RPO stuff pretty well in the second half. And it helps, too, when all of a sudden you can run the football. Like, that was a huge boost. And especially the quarterback run game is just that it hasn't been that effective since the Michigan game.
They had some really nice throws, too, for Mateer on third down, which it had been basically nil over the last 3 weeks. Hello, Jermichael Carter. Hello,
oh my
Deion
God.
Burks even had a couple of nice plays.
Yeah. I mean, Deion Burks was getting the ball as he was moving forward so he could actually do something after he caught it. And
what did Burks end up with?
Burks ended up with 6 for 45 with 28 after the catch.
I felt like he had some big catches today.
Yeah, Satania led the team with 6 receptions, 7 targets, 68 yards. Jaron Canick, 3 for 16. Jermichael Carter, 2 for 21. But they were both on third down, and they were big plays in the game.
Yeah, he had 15 yards in yak. Jermichael Carter did. I mean, that's impressive on 3 catches. Two catches.
Yeah.
So
they look like a different offense. They look like the offense that we kind of came to know before the Auburn game, or after before John got hurt, obviously, in the Auburn game. Like, they were able to move the ball a little bit. And
I mean, they ran for 192 yards, guys. You haven't done that all season.
And by the way, no Torrey Blaylock tonight.
No, he did play some. I think he did play some. I mean, he should be on here.
He played a couple snaps, but I think they only handed him the ball once or twice.
Yeah, it was a very short stint. Yeah.
Before they did the the walk that they do before the game with the entire team, big ass long line, he had gone into the locker room before that from pregame. So I don't know if he tweaked something.
He got hurt. Remember, he got hurt last week against Ole Miss, and he came back in, but just never looked the same. And that's when Xavier Robinson kind of took over. So maybe it's a lingering thing.
Yeah, I want to get to something in terms of what I thought was as big a difference as what John Mateer was today. But first, I want to tell you guys about Eskridge Lexus, the proud sponsor and the proud official travel partner of the Sooner Scoop Postgame Podcast. We're happy to send George, Eddie, and Bob, if needed, in a new Lexus when on the road covering the Sooners. Check EskridgeLexus.com for the most up-to-date inventories, including all new Lexus and Lexus L certified vehicles, or to book your next service appointment. All Lexus L certified vehicles come with an unlimited mile, full factory warranty with up to 6 years of coverage. L certified cars also come with 4 free services, free car washes, and use of brand new Lexus loaner vehicles while your car is in our service department. That's usually just for service and not because it breaks down, because Lexuses are awesome. And unlike other dealers, Eskridge Lexus never charges a dock fee or makes you pay for accessories that you really didn't want. I do want an umbrella, though. Visit EskridgeLexus.com or call 405-755-9000. That's 405-755-9000. And I'll do it for them. Boomer! There we go. Yeah, appreciate them. By the way, you better get in line for the... what is it? What's the new... Is it the MX? I don't know. It's the cool one. That takes a while, apparently. Okay. Yeah. What I wanted to talk about, guys, which I think is the underrated part of this game, is after last week, I think everybody was disappointed in the defensive line and that they weren't able to do more. And look, Chambliss is awesome. I mean, he had a great game tonight. He ran all over the place against South Carolina. But that defensive line, guys, even without rushing extra people early in that game, they got Aguilar sped up. And he was out of his comfort zone. And you can look at a lot of the picks that happened as him just trying to get rid of the ball because he knew he didn't have much time. I don't know that I've seen him sped up like that. I mean, you could tell in the beginning they wanted to get some quick throws out in the pocket, but when you get guys running 40 yards downfield, you need some time. And there were times when he had it and he completed it, but they did a great job of speeding him up early in the first half, and it kind of just kept going throughout the game.
How many sacks did they end up with? And how many? I feel like it wasn't a ton of sacks, but
pressures a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, QB hits or pressures.
Let me go to defensive stats here.
Living in the backfield.
There's Tennessee defense. Oh, here we go. So TFL's always big. They had 8 TFLs tonight. Sacks, 4 sacks. One was that 1.5 from Owen Heineke.
Shout out.
Kip
Danny
Lewis had a
Okoye
half.
had one.
Grayson Halton had half. Or no. I'm reading this wrong. Yeah. No, I'm reading it right. R. Mason was credited with 1 sack. Danny Okoye with 1, as you said. And then QB Hurries, they had 3. They were only credited with 3.
Yeah, that's bullshit. They were all up in his shit on Saturday. I mean,
Kip Lewis.
He looked lost.
He never wants to see Kip Lewis on a football field again. He tattooed him several times.
Credit Aguilar, he still threw for 393 yards. Brent Venables is not going to be happy about that, but OU's also not going to find or face a better group of receivers this year. Now, it'll be a big task in a couple of weeks going up against Ty Simpson and Ron Williams, but I thought that they played pretty well. The secondary's got some issues. How about They were playing Omarion Robinson at one point.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's crazy.
OU was stuck.
It was. I mean, look, it was rough, but I mean, I think if you look at the film and when you grade it, I think you're going to come away saying, you know what, they did get beat a little bit, but Cortland Guillory and Eli Bowen played hell of a game.
Yeah,
Carey, great stat from Josh tonight. He put out 63 yards is what Tennessee ended up rushing for. That is the least amount of yards Tennessee has rushed for in 4 years. November 13th, 2021, they had just 55 yards against eventual national champion Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah, they could not run the ball at all. And Heupel wanted to run. I mean, they ran the ball a ton, it felt like tonight. They kept going back to it, and they just could not do it. And this Oklahoma defense, man, if they start, creating turnovers like they did today, they're gonna be. I mean, they already are elite, but they're gonna go to another level because that was the difference.
It allowed them to play like shit in the entire first half on offense.
Yeah. It was the difference in a lot of ways today. Can we please talk about Tate Sandell? We're like 30 minutes into this.
What an absolute king.
I mean, that dude dropped his nuts on Tennessee today. That was unbelievable.
You're going to want to go to the Soonerscoop.com editorial page. We have a post-game interview with Tate Sandell. We also talked to Doug Deacon tonight, Carey.
Oh, really?
He was awesome.
Very nice.
He dropped a dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun on us. It was pretty funny.
Pat McAfee, he sent a shout-out to Tate Sandell. I don't know if you guys saw that tonight.
Saw that.
And he was getting clowned on the He was getting clowned on the broadcast by Herb Street for his shorts.
Well, I guess I totally missed this entire narrative during the game. I didn't ever catch that his shorts were his pants were really short or whatever. I guess he ripped them in pregame, and so he was wearing a different pair, and they kept falling down, and so he kept just pulling them up really high. Is what he was saying after the game, but. He was awesome.
In the press box after the game, I overheard some Tennessee reporters, and I need to double check on this. Supposedly, the 55-yarder is the longest field goal make by an opposing kicker at Neyland Stadium since 1987.
No. It's the longest ever at Neyland Stadium.
Just ever?
Yes. It's
by an opponent?
Tied for the longest ever at Neyland.
By an opponent, not any kicker.
No. Tennessee kicker too. Nobody's ever kicked it that far since 1987. Like it's tied for the longest ever in stadium history.
I'm going to tell you the second 55 might have not been good from 56. That thing barely scraped past.
Carey, you'll be able to see it in the instant reaction. I kind of got blinded by one of the lights. It hit it. I thought it was short when the ball goes over the crossbar. I thought it was short.
It almost nicked it, but it probably would have bounced in.
No, the wind. Tennessee would have been going into the wind in the fourth quarter, I believe.
Tennessee was going that way.
No, Tennessee was going that way.
Not in the fourth quarter.
Oh,
they're still in the press box.
Yeah, that's right.
So he was kicking into the wind?
No, I think he was kicking with the wind.
Oh, okay.
Either way, I don't think that there was a ton of wind. It really never got that cold.
Yeah, but tonight, Sandell had kicks from 55, 51, 40, and 55.
Barry Trammell said it in the press box, and I agree. And Barry would know better than probably any of us. He said it is the greatest kicking performance in OU football history.
High praise.
I mean, I honestly can't sit here and tell you a bunch of others. I'd have to think of Yuvon Shaman when he walked it off.
Yeah, like a single kick against Ohio State in 77.
Yeah.
I mean.
Introducing Meta Ray-Ban Display, the world's most advanced AI glasses. With a full color display built into the lens of the glasses, it's there when you need it and gone when you don't. Send and receive messages, translate or caption live conversations, collaborate with Meta AI, and more. Be one of the first to try Meta Ray-Ban Display. Visit meta.com/Meta Ray-Ban Display to book a demo and find your pair.
But in terms of a single kicker doing what he did tonight to help OU win, I certainly have never covered a game like that.
I mean, 12 points just from him.
Unbelievable.
No, they don't. I mean, they don't win the game without him. No, every point.
Whatever they're paying him, double it.
By the way, I don't know, George. This has to be the highest yards per carry per game per rush 5.5 this season?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to look, but
I don't even know if they did that against Illinois State.
No, they've only rushed for 200 yards one time this year, and I can't remember when it was.
Probably Temple.
I think it was
just Tory Blaylock.
Yeah, the 75-yarder with
and Tory Blaylock ran for 100 yards. But
so, yeah, I mean, look, it was a difficult night for the defense. I don't think anybody's coming away nobody in that secondary is coming away like, wow, we shut them down. No, you didn't, and nobody expected you to. But I don't come away from this saying, oh, they've got problems. Like, they just Tennessee. I don't know who's keeping track of like explosives in the country. They've got to be up there.
They got to get Gentry Williams back. I will say that because he would help them. Like on a night like tonight, having a veteran guy like that would have really helped him. Cortland Guillory is going to be a really, really good player. Gosh, he just makes some mistakes. And I want to say, I thought the first PI on the opening drive was bullshit.
I did too, but after watching it, you could make a call on it. I mean, he did wrap his arms around it. I just thought the flag was
so late. He got screwed because OU had pressure and the ball was short-armed, and it's just one of those classic.
It was never near the receiver. But now the second one, he's just got to turn around. He's in position. The ball's way underthrown. He's just got to turn around. But
look, I feel like the officiating, it kind of balanced out. I mean, they didn't call R. Mason being out of bounds. They did call that guy, the guy from Tennessee, being out at the 15 that ran it all the way to the 30, which I think resulted. I mean, the only thing that, and there were 2 PIs on Cortland Guillory that I remember tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what I hate about pass interference is uncatchable doesn't seem to be a thing, and it never has.
Yeah. I hate too, and there's no way to like fix this, I guess. But when the quarterback totally underthrows the receiver and the receiver's coming back and they run into the corner, and it's like, well, what's the corner supposed to do?
It's a free flag for them, yeah.
Yeah, that's just I hate that. Corner is such a hard position to play. But you're right, Carey. I don't think they have just like terrible issues in the secondary. They got to clean some stuff up, but they were going to give up some big plays today. And I thought holding Tennessee to the field goal, early in the game too, to go down 10-7, that was a big moment to buckle down and not let them get in the end zone.
You know who? Let me throw this at you. Let's say 2 weeks, OU goes and beats Alabama.
Oh boy,
that puts them.
Here we go.
That puts them in the playoff race. You know what I saw that they might be able to use tonight? Another safety, and they have one sitting around not playing right now. You think Kendall Dolby would consider coming back if he knew that there was a good chance they were going to play for a potential national championship?
I don't think so. And I don't. Do you mean corner? I don't think.
No, safety. Play him at safety.
Why would he play safety?
It just seems like you could use another one.
I don't know. I feel like they got a lot of guys at safety. That Bowen, Spears, Jennings.
But I'm talking about like center fielders, kind of deep safeties. Guys that can make plays on the ball.
He's never played safety.
Well, I mean, Cheetah's kind of playing safety.
Not really. He's playing nickel.
But nickel's kind of a safety. It's a safety corner.
Not really. It's a slot corner.
It's a guy that replaces the Will linebacker in a 4-3.
Of all the things to talk about,
or the Sand linebacker.
Kendall Dolby is.
It's just something I wanted to bring up. I mean, my God.
OU's 2 safeties had interceptions tonight.
I know.
They were good. Then they were nice plays. The Peyton Bowen one was a great incredible play.
I mean, it was the crazy thing about that is Eli was defending the pass, the receiver, and then Peyton comes over the middle, just plays center field and grabs. It's kind of a
Eli
cool
Bowen
moment.
Was really good tonight, by the way.
He was.
It felt like he wasn't getting beaten coverage a ton.
I thought Michael Boganowski came downhill and made a couple of nice plays too. There was one over on the Tennessee sideline. If he doesn't make that tackle, he's gone.
You know who has really been playing great football the last couple of weeks? Kip Lewis.
Yeah, he's great tonight.
I know. Yeah, early in the year he didn't seem as present at times, and I think somewhat that was the defensive line just dominating. But he is all over the field. It felt like he was in the backfield a lot. Like when they blitzed him, he was getting after Aguilar.
George, aren't you invited to go speak at Bishop Kelly this week or something?
I am. I'm doing career day on.
How are you going to show your face when Owen Heineke had 13 tackles and you haven't even mentioned that so far today?
I thought I did. We did at the beginning.
Okay.
He was incredible.
It was awesome. I mean, and how about, I didn't realize, Carey, until after the game, he had the green dot. He was calling the defense today.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I will say on Kobe too, he came out and went through pregame.
I thought he was going to play.
And I did too. And he kind of stopped midway through like individual drills and talked to the trainer. And you could just tell that like they basically were like, we're going to go ahead and not play you tonight.
Yeah.
But I do think he's going to be back sooner than later.
This staff does not really, like, they kind of let the players tell them now if they're going to play or not. After what happened last year, like Mateer's like, yeah, I had surgery, but I'm going to play for Texas. And should he have played? It's still debatable. I mean, I don't think they would have won if he didn't play. So I don't really have a dog in that fight. But it's just like, I think with Kobe McKenzie, they were just like, yeah, if you want to try and give it a go, you feel like you can do it, go ahead. And I think he probably, thought maybe the adrenaline would get pumping and it wouldn't hurt and you wouldn't notice it, and probably got out there and warm ups and was like, yeah, I still notice it.
It does sound like Brent said, talking about Kobe and R. Mason after the game, that neither one should miss much time.
Yeah, we should just, on R. Mason, the injury itself, was it confirmed? I know on TV they said hamstring. Okay.
Brent never said hamstring in the post game, but I think I have no reason to believe it's not a hamstring.
Yeah.
Which I will say, sometimes those can take some time. So it's all about how they heal, but the bye week does come at a good time for that.
I mean, I'm just so happy that they won. I mean, going into a bye week more than anything.
I will say, Carey, this trip has gone almost too perfectly.
Wow.
I'm waiting for like our flight to be delayed or something tomorrow, or I guess in a few hours. But it's been like getting in was great, and then the hotel we're staying at's good, and the hanging out in Knoxville today. What a great city! It's been all.
It's a great college town.
It's awesome.
I know Eddie's buddy and our own buddy Will Douglas was texting us saying that they had a great time in Knoxville, and I've heard
they might be included in the sights and sounds. I can't confirm just from what I saw. They had a night. It's a good thing that they were flying back to Dallas tonight. They had a night.
Shout out Daniel. Shout out Will. Anybody else was with them? Anyway, I don't want to get into people's business.
There's a couple of my buddies, other buddies. Shout out the Rexings and the Simpsons.
Okay.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana lets you buy your next car on your terms. Explore a massive inventory online, filter for what matters, and find your perfect match. Then choose delivery to your home or pick it up at one of Carvana's iconic car vending machines. Every car also comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can make sure it's the right fit. Buy your car on Carvana. Delivery or pickup fees may apply. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Carvana.
So, I mean, now it's bye week time, and I don't know. I mean, any other thoughts that you guys had just from the game, just from a individual performance?
I think Xavier Robinson. I know he had the fumble. I think he is somebody that is like a budding star. Like, I think this guy is going to be really good for Oklahoma, and he has been the last couple of weeks. But like, I think this final stretch, they're really going to lean on him, kind of like they did last year, but in a different circumstance. I think he is an excellent player, and I think he's going to be really good in the next year or so.
By the way, you guys mentioned it earlier, but we keep seeing him coming. PJ Adeboraway. I mean, he keeps coming and showing you something week after week. And that play that he made running down, was it Aguilar, right, that he ran down?
Yeah.
I mean, he covered so much ground. It's like, I think we're seeing something here. And then Taylor Wine, I mean, he was all over the place tonight. He did get credited with one quarterback hurry, so he probably had 3, and then he had a breakup too.
Danny Okoye had a good night.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just a really like promising type of win. It's like, okay, like everything that we've been talking about, this team's close. Now you have some validation of doing it. And I think the next step is parlaying it and seeing if you can go upset in Alabama or finish strong, win your 2 home games, go 9-3. Get to that point where I think that everybody had talked about, even before the Ole Miss game, that it felt like after the Ole Miss game was completely gone. There was no chance they were going to come down here and win. And then for the circumstances that they were able to kind of fight through, that most of these Brent Venables teams have not been able to get through over the last 3 years and 9 games, they finally were able to kind of break through and get over the hump.
And they tried their darndest to not do it.
I thought that I didn't think that they were going to recover the onside, which, by the way, the first onside, we talked to Doug Deacon after the game about it.
Oh, it was a great
That is
great
an
play.
incredible play by Robert
Yeah.
Jennings.
It was a great
I don't think
play.
that people realize how tough that was.
Yeah.
And then for Ivan Carey to come up with the Carey on the come up with the second one, it was just it was a special night. I think so many people remember 2015 for what it was. I think 2025 is going to be kind of remembered in the same kind of lore for Oklahoma fans.
And if OU goes and makes a run here, it's going to be tough. I was watching a lot of the SEC final tonight, and they were kind of breaking down. I think Doring was the only one that had Oklahoma in his top 5, but that's kind of what people are talking about. It's either 4 or 5 from the SEC. So I think a lot of it depends on, what happens when Notre Dame plays USC. They haven't played yet, right?
Yeah, they did. Notre Dame beat USC.
Okay. That's
USC,
right.
big win today, by the way. Nebraska stinks again.
Well, they lost Dylan Raiola.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
But they still stink. I will say it is what it's going to come down to, at least in the, I don't know if Oklahoma will get in or whatever, but it's going to come down to how many Big 12 teams does the committee take and how many ACC teams. Because the ACC kind of fell apart today.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech loses.
SMU
Miami loses. I think
Miami.
Miami's out of it, which is crazy.
Who was their first loss to? Stanford? No.
Louisville at home.
Louisville, that's right.
Louisville's probably going to win the conference.
Like Texas, I turned that game off. I can't believe it. Vanderbilt almost came back and won that game.
Though Vanderbilt, I kind of think they're frauds. Their 2 wins, their 2 big wins are against LSU, who I don't think is any good, and then Missouri, who lost their starting quarterback in the first half of the game. I don't know if they're that good. And then I think Texas is getting better. Texas is finding ways to win football games. Arch Manning's playing better. But I don't know if they're a great team either.
At Georgia, and then A&M.
If OU wants to get in, I think they need Texas to lose. Because if they're both sitting at, they need them to lose 2 more games. Because
having Texas as a comparison, a comparison to who beat who is a very bad thing for OU in the playoffs.
Well, because if there's a real world scenario where both of them are 9-3 at the end of the season, both wanting to get into the playoff, and Texas will get the nod because they beat Oklahoma.
Yeah, you're going to have either Ole Miss or like A&M just kind of fall apart, which I don't think is going to happen because A&M's undefeated.
Or you need 5 SEC teams to get in, which I still think is a possibility if the ACC continues to beat itself up. I don't think the ACC should get 2 teams in, to be completely honest. I think it's a terrible conference.
I don't think you're going to get that type of opinion in the selection room.
No, I know. I know. But I'm just saying, if I was on the committee, I'd be like, what are we doing here? But again, OU's got everything in front of them. Look, and I don't think they're going to beat Alabama, but they have an opportunity to. And if you do, and then you take care of business at home, then you're in.
You can't play the first half like you did tonight if you're going to beat Alabama.
Oh, no chance. No. But you're going to need some turnovers like you had.
You've got to get better at the small shit.
Yeah.
You will lose just like South Carolina lost last week. You will lose just like Mississippi State lost last week. The teams, that are back in the pack are there for a reason. It's because of the details.
Yeah. Yeah. The penalties, there's still penalties tonight that you're like that. Like even at the end of the game, the one on Okoye on the kickoff.
Yeah.
Like you just gave them free 15 yards and then they could kick a field goal and kick another onside. Like you can't do that shit. I'm telling you, OU tried to lose this game. They tried.
Oh, my God. You have me thinking of the Texas Tech Red Raider guy now.
Red Raider!
They tried to cheat us, but we wouldn't let them.
Pretty incredible.
What time are you guys flying back?
6:45 a.m.
And it currently
We gotta
is
go get our bags.
3
a.m.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
almost there.
Yeah, we got to go back to the hotel, get our bags.
I think we're the only people in Neyland Stadium, which is kind of incredible when you remember that there was 101,915 tonight.
Did you take a walk around the stadium to see the Civil War era and then the 70s era and then the?
No.
But they do have pictures up here in the press box.
It's a very, very awesome it's the football atmosphere.
Yeah, when you get inside, it's incredible.
Yeah, Eddie said, and he's been to more games than I have, but it's by far the best I've ever been a part of in college football.
How was it seems like they put a lot of effort into like the in-game production. Was it pretty good?
Yeah, it's incredible. The light show and everything, like during timeout.
Pre-game was amazing.
The stuff with the band and the tea and all that and the lights and being in the dark, that was really cool.
Truly, just it kind of gives you chills.
Yeah.
Like as a college football fan, it was awesome.
It's everything you'd want, in an atmosphere.
Did you get to you run into Nathan Followell down on the sideline, Eddie?
No, I never did.
Oh, really? Yeah, he was down there.
Yeah.
Olivia.
It was packed and just, yeah. We were running around doing stuff before the game and it was crazy. I think it's probably for sure in the top 10 best OU games I've ever covered. Been to just about every one of them since 2008-ish, 2007-ish when I was still in school. This is up there. And for road game, I think this is one of the best wins that I've seen and covered.
It's going to be really interesting if we do talk to John Mateer this week because I want to see kind of how he's changed just in terms of does he have a extra giddy up in his step or whatever I don't know what a modern term for that would be. Like, I just have to think that this is something that he has needed that second half like water. It's pretty clear that, even in the first half, that offense, it was bad. Like, it was bad to watch. There was a point where I remember, like, I'm sick of watching this team. I'm sick of watching this team and this offense. Like, it's been 2 years now, and they got out of it. That's amazing to me. That they just flipped a switch at halftime, and they got out of the funk that they've been in.
And I think the reality is, Carey, you're going to have that same feeling in 2 weeks. There's going to be moments where this offense just isn't very good. And I thought the resolve they had, especially in the second half, with some of the stuff that happened, I thought it was great. It was great to see. And, if they can get Mateer running the ball again like he did today, then I think they got a chance to score some points. How about them? They got over 30 points. That was awesome. They got some help, but that was awesome.
Hey there, it's Dr. Sanjay Gupta with some exciting news to share. CNN is now streaming. That means you can read, watch, and stream everything in one subscription. You can watch news live 24/7. You can also explore catch-up videos and explainer videos, and you can also watch the library of CNN's originals, including my latest documentary, It Doesn't Have to Hurt. Just go to cnn.com/all-access.
They needed 12 from a kicker and
R. Mason Thomas with one of the greatest efforts ever.
God, that was insane. I mean, to be that messed up that you can't get out of bounds, but your body is just like telling you that you have to stop.
Yeah. And how about him stiff arming that guy for like 30 yards? That was insane.
Great stat from the great Mike Brooks. Only the 6th time a player has kicked 4 field goals in a game at OU. 18 straight he's made since missing the first one, the one again in the opener against Michigan. That's 18 straight, ties a school record. 3 50-yard field goals or longer in the same game ties an NCAA record.
Wow.
I don't think you have to take a vote. I think he's SEC Special Teams Player of the Year or the week. Yeah.
Just go ahead and put that out.
Maybe the year. He should be in the conversation for those type of awards.
By the way, guys, I don't know if you saw, they called on Jackson Arnold again to come back as a starter.
Oh no! I saw they lost,
and they
I
lost.
just saw I saw the video of everybody like literally staying in the stadium at Auburn
to boo.
They're so mad. Yeah, I mean,
I
know
it's
been rough for OU fans the last year after going 6-7 and going through the offseason. Man, Auburn fans have it as bad as anybody that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, I think we are. It is currently 3 a.m. Eastern time. I would bet by the time Eddie and I get back to Oklahoma, which is around noon Central time, Auburn will have fired Hugh Freeze.
I mean, he's got to know it's coming. I mean, he's a dead man walking.
He's a dead man walking.
Yeah.
I mean, the quote post game that he had about, like, somebody asked him, what would you say to the fans that believe they need a change in leadership? And he was like, yeah, I know no one wants to hear this, but, sometimes you need patience, but I also know that not everybody has that. Basically being like, I know I'm going to get fired.
Ugh. Well, I would rather cover that, really, than have to cover what happens after OSU games. Doug Meacham goes up there and he's just like...
How do you even watch those?
I don't think anybody does.
I've thought about this. What would I even write after those games? There's no point. I would do a new hot board. I have no clue. I don't know.
The problem is you need a hot board for the president, the athletic director, coach.
Well, they just re-signed Weiberg.
I know, but I don't know if it was big, but he got one.
Oh, another one from the great Mike Brooks. The R. Mason Thomas 71-yard touchdown, the scoop and score, longest in school history.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, I'm actually catching up on stuff that I haven't seen today. Like,
there's a lot of records broken.
Utah
today.
Beat the shit out of Cincinnati tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Big 12's not good either.
No.
I think Tech's okay.
I think BYU is going to be the team that gets in.
If Tech can win the Big 12, I mean, a night game in Lubbock, that'd be unbelievable.
I guess. I just, whatever.
They just kicked the shit out of Kansas State in the second half. Apparently, I don't know.
I think it was a 7-point spread or something.
K-State's not very good.
Florida almost got Georgia today.
Yeah, they had it. And did Ole Miss end up taking care of business? Because it was close for a second.
30-14.
Okay.
They kind of just wilted it away.
Hey, shout out Jeff Levy, first SEC win.
Yeah, beat Arkansas 38-35.
That's who might have it worse, Carey, than Auburn fans is Arkansas fans.
You know what? After the Kentucky-Auburn game was over, I heard all those boos, and I hadn't watched the game. And I was like, are they in Kentucky? Are the Kentucky fans booing Mark Stoops for winning? But no, it was in Auburn. It was at Jordan Hare. Jordan.
Weird.
Hey, I mean, I'll say this. I mean, I don't know what it is, but you guys experienced it tonight at Tennessee, but college football games live, fans are just, it seems like they're stepping up everywhere. I mean, the Oklahoma environment this year has been unlike anything that I can remember in recent years.
I think, Carey, it's the SEC. I don't know, I'm sure other places too, or maybe fans are stepping up, but this is so much different than anything that we covered in the Big 12 in terms of just I feel like the passion and just the
interest level.
Energy,
yeah.
And it's also, I think this season too, there's so many teams that are actually in it. And especially on Oklahoma, every team on Oklahoma's schedule is in it.
OU fans showed out tonight too. I know we're
why don't you guys talk about that?
Very good turnout.
I mean, you could hear them,
and it got loud a couple times. Even in this massive stadium, you could tell OU fans were going crazy up in the upper deck, and then down in one of the corners by where the OU band was.
I mean, 10 years is a long time. There are a lot of people that probably heard about that game here and didn't get to go and wanted to come this time. But I mean, we looked at the tickets on Game Time. They were $250 minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you didn't go, you probably should have. And I'm talking to my dad right now. He should have gone to the game.
Apparently, he's at home watching Point Break again.
Yeah, he apparently has seen that movie a lot. So
I knew there was no way your dad hadn't seen that movie.
Yeah, but no, I'm sure my dad will make it to Knoxville at some point. But this was a classic. It was an all-timer.
Okay, I'm going to let you guys get out of here. I think we've done enough. Hopefully you understand we can't just go an hour and a half with the travel schedule. They're flying out in 3 hours. They're in a press box that's probably, I don't even know if you're going to be able to get out of there.
Yeah, I am worried about getting out of the press box.
So, any last thoughts, and then we'll let you go.
Incredible night. Good for Brent Venables. Good for Oklahoma football. It's kind of fun to enter November with very meaningful games yet to be played. And I think that, it obviously doesn't cure everything that's happened over the last 3 years. We're certainly not firing anybody tonight. And I'm excited to get into a bye week and see what this team looks like next time we see them down in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yeah, got to build off of it. You can't let it just be one win and move on. But I think this is something that you can build on. And, I'm happy for Brent. I am. I think that he's caught a lot of shit the last, really few years and even this last week and from us. And he's still got a lot to prove. I don't want to say that he's proven everything, but, I'm happy for him that he was able to get a win like this and, in such a big moment and with these guys that obviously I think that you can tell these players are bought into what he's trying to do here. This feels like finally he got that type of win that you can really, say, hey, that's a culture win, that's a program win.
Yeah, I know not everybody's, because of this game, they're not switching their minds about whether Brent's the future or not. People that made up their minds are going to feel that same way. But there's hope. I mean, there's some hope that they can go and beat good teams on the road in the SEC. It's not like last year where you just weren't close. I mean, you were more like Auburn. You were more like Kentucky. Now this is a team that they had to watch Texas go toe-to-toe with the SEC a year ago. That was another part that was just super frustrating. And sucks to lose to Texas this year. I know that for you fans. But there's some hope, man. And there's a chance that this team can keep building. John Mateer can keep playing like he did in the second half, stay healthy. That run game's better. That offensive line, guys, I mean, Eddie Pierre-Louis played a lot tonight. I didn't see a lot of 12 personnel out there. I think Ole Miss might have killed that.
They ran some.
Yeah.
I will say
Caden Helms had a nice night.
Oh, yeah, he did play a lot, yeah.
Final thought. No more RPOs in the final few minutes of a game if you're up a couple scores. Just don't call them anymore.
If you're up over a possession, no RPOs.
The last thing from me. We need to track this guy down. I can almost guarantee you he's a scooper. Carey, there was a guy from Mustang.
Wow.
Drove up to Muskogee, put his boat in the water. He took the Arkansas River to the Mississippi River
and then over
and rode his boat down to be part of the Vol Navy.
Holy crap.
Unbelievable. It took him 8 days to do it.
Holy crap. That's amazing.
It was an unbelievable story.
Yeah, dude, we gotta hear from you. Hit me up my DMs. Definitely. Carey A. Murdoch.
Incredible. Would love to talk to him this week.
Also, happy to get our new social media intern working this week. I don't know if you guys saw the L report.
Yeah, it was great.
So, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of interest. We need to put her to work this next couple of weeks because it's going to be a lot of fun covering this team going into Alabama, especially compared to what the alternative would have been. All right, that's going to do it. George, Eddie, thanks so much. Be safe in your travels. Get some rest when you get back, and we'll talk to you guys on Monday. Thanks for listening to the Eskridge Lexus Postgame Podcast. We'll see you guys back here in 2 weeks after the Alabama game.